and blatant act of infamy manifested by the burning of copies of the Holy Quran by U.S. troops in Afghanistan, which has caused revulsion and consternation in the entire Muslim and civilized world. The explanation forwarded by the U.S. military that the incident was a mistake, that the copies were mixed with other trash, shows their contempt for Islam and our sacred, glorious Quran, as it was deliberately mixed with trash. Their explanation is therefore implausible and totally unacceptable, as this is not the first time that the Holy Quran has been desecrated by U.S. troops. In the U.S., Terry Jones threatened to burn the Quran, and since nothing was done about it to prevent him from so doing, he carried out his threat with impunity. Also, U.S. soldiers were reported to have not only urinated on the Holy Quran, but used the copies of the Holy Quran for target practice, both in Iraq and Afghanistan, with the same impunity. These are all calculated insults to Islam and therefore would no longer be tolerated. If Terry Jones had burnt the Holy Bible or denied the Holocaust, he would have been sent to jail. But after carrying out his threat, he is out there working a free man. As the religion of over 2.1 billion people around the globe, and as true Muslims, we will not shy away from defending our great religion and the noble Quran to the last true Muslim. Therefore, burning copies of the divine book that guides multitudes of people cannot continue to be an acceptable practice with impunity. The government of the Gambia believes that this flagrant manifestation of hatred for, as well as war on Islam, with total disregard to its attendant dangerous consequences, is a threat to world peace. As a result, we cannot continue to watch with indifference as blasphemy and desecration are directed on a daily basis on our noble religion, Islam, and the glorious Holy Quran. We hereby condemn the latest episode of desecrating the Quran in the strongest and most unequivocal terms possible. This overt Western anti-Islamic outrage, dictated by racism, secularism, vulgarity, ungratefulness, and intolerance, must stop immediately. After committing and continuing to commit crimes against humanity in the Muslim world with impunity, the West has now turned to promoting the desecration of the Quran under the pretext of freedom of expression. As true Muslims, we would not sit idly by and allow our Quran to be desecrated by infidels and enemies of Allah. On this note, we convey our heartfelt condolences to the families of those protesters who lost their lives in their noble defense of the Holy Quran. It is unfortunate that each time Muslims rise up to peacefully denounce such heinous acts of blasphemy, they are shot at and killed without anybody saying a word in the West. But the same West will quickly condemn a government that reacts to banditry and terrorism with all sorts of resolutions at the United Nations. Unfortunately, these acts of desecration and blasphemy also take place in occupied Muslim countries most of the time. All true Muslims are duty-bound to defend their religion as well as protect the noble Quran at all times. Allah will always be on our side, and victory shall be for the righteous and God-fearing people. May Allah continue to guide, protect, and give Muslims the courage to stand up to this challenge. I thank you all for your kind attention.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم بادingolu kontondiro kola mbe kumakangolu sindilalima Gambia man sakunda lodula mu menti nyin kebara jawo me ya lonko America sojarolu yake Afghanistan pour que alqur'ano ta ka jani kumakang folota damen kon se alat jay nga tentu Allahu taala ala kilingo me ya lonko atele da fengulu be da atele kilalu kinan pour isentete yellonde silo kan wa Allahu taala wala ka diroke andum mbeba tele bulu ndum bebe murula atele kan nyin alqur'ano le ya sabu ala longo futa tamma anin ala ya marikango purun sen hakilolu to ala taman seroto anin ala la kuma kangolu purun se tanka dunia kairo e sabati fo faw wo ngani onin wo sondo me bambang kan Gambia man sakunda be kafula dunia mu meo be kan memme muslimoti dunia kono anin kairo kanun tewlu anin ala nya silannalu dunia mu meo kono pour kanyin kebaro doya meya lonko ku jaw balom pour ka akumakango fo abambanta nyamin meya lonko wole mu ku jawoti ku jawolu be keba al qur'ano kawmuta ka jani meya lonko America sojaro le yake Afghanistan meye jusuma mandi dunia kono anin demwoni nikuya muslimolu be dunia kono men ya lonko ilonta ifahamuta menu civilized itelu ye kuma kango memfo menketa America la sojaro bundalti ye kuma kango memfo birinyin keta ko itelu filitale nyin alqur'ano lu menu ye janiten inin kayti fayta do lebe nyokono wo fango ye yitandiroke ye islam doya nyamin katu alqur'ano be kuliyari nyamin alqur'ano be bunya yari nyamin kawota kanin fayfen lu kafu nyoma wo fango mu doya rolti wudum kulati me ya lonko ay ayitandiko ibe islam le kele kan andum yake kule kama yake tilimbali yalti itellawo kuma kan me yafo wonya wo manke kuti me ya lonko kotobala andum songote keno la wala katu nyimmanke afoloti pour ka tilimbali ya alqur'ano la me ya lonko America sojaro le yake America banko kan e ka fo me Terry Jones ay ñum fole nun kabe alqur'ano janila andum aya kele fem mannake akonyinto katu kumanke mensa abayi ala biraya ke fanan kumanna boje hanimbi America sojaro lu kilingo ina tanyi yitandi ko ye sumuna alqur'ano kanne andum yiwo alqur'ano hana manke o dammanti ina ta alqur'ano ta ka ke kidi fay nindirangoti ka alqur'ano tay ka kido tay ka bun koy be kidi fay ningolela o be keta Afghanistan fem mam boje ñilu be mo kulleti ye mennu parendi pour ka islam neng woto wulu mu kulleti wayri tilimbaliyanin tawnte yalam songote keno la wala ning ayatara Terry Jones ye bible le jani nun walla abalanta ko ye yahudo lu mutanu nyamin dunia la kele ba laban kono ke jani ka tilimbaliya kela tubabolu ka fame holocaust na yo le soso nun tombi ba kila kasola say mbatar la kasola ba biring ay mem fokabe alqur'ano jani la ayake fem fem man boje